welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Felicia, and today I'm gonna give you a life update slash 10 weeks update for pregnancy. This has been the craziest week by far. Okay, so I got really sick this last week. My husband and I went to Disneyland over the weekend to take pregnancy announcement photos. And while we were there, I'm pretty sure I caught something, even though we were pretty diligent about, wearing our masks and sanitizing our hands. We are at Disneyland, and you're getting in and out of rides, you're touching rails, you're leaning up against the wall because you're waiting in line, and it was hot, so I'm sure I was swiping my face and moving stuff, moving my hair without even realizing. So I don't doubt for 1 second I caught something there. We were only there for Saturday, Sunday, and on Sunday night, by the end of the day, I was feeling disgusting. It actually felt like really awful allergies at first. I had a runny nose, but it was also stuffed and congested at the same time, so I couldn't breathe out of it, but it was definitely running everywhere, which is just so gross. And then TMI, but all of the congestion just built up here, so I had a bunch of phlegm just stuck. And then it made it really hard to breathe, and things got really scary from there. So when I say I got sick this last week, I mean I was very, very sick. I was very close to going to the ER because it was terrifying, and I actually had a COVID test done. It was just a really intense week. So yeah, Monday went by, I wasn't feeling good, laid down, thought it was gonna pass. Tuesday I woke up and I thought I was feeling better, so I actually went to my first appointment for baby, and it was only a confirmation appointment, so they just do the urine test and then confirm that your HCG levels are telling them that you're pregnant, and then from there they went and scheduled my first ultrasound, but that was it. I just had the urine test. And then as soon as I got home from that appointment, I was like, I have to go to urgent care. I started feeling really crappy after that, and it got really scary because I felt like I needed medication, whether that was a breathing treatment or antibiotics. I knew I needed to get checked out. So we went to urgent care. Of course, they told me I needed a COVID test before they could see me because I had so many symptoms. And worst experience, I won't go into details. I'll just say I waited for 45 minutes out in 102-degree weather, pregnant and sick, waiting for paperwork and all of that to go through, just to be told that even though I had a negative test come back, that they weren't gonna see me because they just didn't feel comfortable with the Delta variant out and wanted an accurate test. And so they sent me home, and I had to pay for the rapid test and didn't get any answers with what I was actually sick with since it was negative. So then I called my primary care doctor crying because I was frustrated and emotional and just disgusted with how awful that urgent care handled things, especially for letting me sit outside in the heat because I couldn't go inside, and they didn't let me sit in my car either. So it was just really gross. I'm really mad at that place right now, and I get it, Delta's scary and COVID is scary, but God, guys, I'm pregnant. Don't let me sit outside and get worse. So, yeah. Moving on from that, I had a video appointment with my primary care doctor. He thinks that if it's not COVID, since it came back negative, that it was a really, really nasty cold and sinus infection blended together to trigger my moderate to severe asthma. And it was just he said my immune system is down because I am pregnant, and it was just a bad experience. So all week I was sick in bed. I struggled to breathe. I had an awful cough. I could only breathe after I took my inhaler. I had my humidifier on. I had Vicks right here, of course my antibiotics, and a cough drop because if I started coughing, I couldn't catch my breath to take a breath other than to cough, and it was really scary. There were at least 2 times where I looked at my husband in panic because I couldn't breathe. So yeah, I had a really rough week, and I'm so thankful to be feeling better now. Today is actually the next week. It's Tuesday, so yeah, I've had a really crazy last 8 days. So pregnancy symptoms. Before I tell you what the craziest part of my week was, because being sick was crazy and terrifying, but someone tried to announce my pregnancy for me, and I'll get into that after I tell you about my symptoms because it's just so effed up. So the symptoms are actually really short. I am kind of nervous because I kind of have a lack of symptoms this week, and I don't know if that's because the sickness like overwhelmed and overshadowed my symptoms from pregnancy, or if I'm just like so late into my first trimester that they start like dwindling down a little bit, because I heard the second trimester you get more energy and you feel a little bit better, and I'm getting closer to that, so I don't really know what's going on. But my boobs don't hurt anymore, and like at all, and that was kind of like freaking me out. But I do have blue veins running to them, and then also on my hand here, like you could see a little bit there down my wrist, and like everywhere on my legs I have them. On my belly you can see some blue veins, so I know that like that's a symptom. My fatigue is still here and my nausea is still here. Actually, about 20 minutes ago, for the first time during this pregnancy, I vomited. I had a chai tea latte and a cheese Danish from Starbucks, and about 20 minutes after I downed both of those, it came right back up. And it was really surprising. If you know me, I hate vomiting. I hate it so much with a passion. Like, I will do everything in my power to not, and I just couldn't hold it in today, and I don't know why it happened. And it was super short. It was like maybe 5 minutes, and then it was gone. But I was like, that was the first time that that's happened to me this whole pregnancy. Like, what is going on? So I don't know. But a real concern of mine though is like, because I am a first-time mom, the lack of symptoms all of a sudden is really scary to me. So in all seriousness, I'm like waiting for my first ultrasound, which isn't until the 20th, and today is the 10th, so I have to wait to make sure that baby is okay, have a heartbeat. They tried to find the heartbeat when I went in last week, but I was only a couple days and 9 weeks, so she was like, oh, don't worry about it, like we can't even find it usually until 12 anyways. But I'm still gonna worry about it because like you couldn't find it. Like, I'm sure if you're a first-time mom or already a mom, like, and have been there, you know the fear that I feel. So yeah, that's one of my concerns. Other than that, feeling okay, feeling much better. I still sound a little sick because I'm still trying to get over the back end of it, but I feel so much better. I can actually breathe today. So, all right. So, if you want to hear how someone tried to announce my pregnancy for me, stay tuned because it's so disgusting and annoying. All right, so I joined this first-time mom group on Facebook. It's a private group, and you have to answer a bunch of questions to get into this group. And I get it, there are thousands of people in this group. Like, it's not safe. It's the internet. I know. And I should have been more cautious with what I shared, but there are so many awesome discussions that go on in these groups, and they're like very informative, and they're just things that like your everyday average person would probably be like, that's disgusting, like why are you talking about that? Like if I posted it on my Facebook, like for instance, I have so many older generation folks on my Facebook. I know one of them would have like words for me. Which is funny because like motherhood and pregnancy should not be taboo topics, but for some people they still are. So what I'm trying to say is this group is very comfortable with each other and sharing all of these things. It's my first time being a mom, and I'm super excited to share my photos because also this week while I was sick, the one good thing that came out of it was we got our pregnancy announcement photos back from Disneyland because that's where we took them. Gross. And so we get our photos back. I'm super excited, and I'm not ready to announce. I really wanted to wait until my first appointment for the ultrasound, which, as I already stated, is going to be August 20th. And I wanted to have like an ultrasound photo to go with things, and I just, I wanted to make sure everything was okay, and I was out of my first trimester before. I got a little carried away and I shared these photos onto this group with all of these strangers because I thought like no one knows me, I can share them. And honestly, the feedback was so nice from all of these strangers and so sweet. Like, they loved the photos that I took at Disneyland, and they were like, oh my gosh, how far along are you? That's so exciting. Like, I just had such a good time sharing and talking to all these awesome people. I can't even tell you how much longer it was before I got this friend request from this profile. And I noticed that their profile picture was my baby announcement photo. And I was like, what the heck? So I go and I click on their profile. And this profile is dedicated to going through this pregnancy page, this group, this private group on Facebook. And they target women who make it known in their posts, I have not posted my announcements publicly yet, but here they are, and they're getting all this love from all these strangers. They are targeting these women who have not told their friends and family yet, and they're taking their photos and they're saving them and putting them on their profile page, and then going and posting on their profiles themselves. Like, so for me, for example, I only had one public post, and that was for my dad's birthday last year. And 5 family members commented on it. I think like 2 out of the 5 didn't know about the baby yet. So if they just so happened to be on Facebook when this person commented on that public post, they got the notification. And what they commented was the screenshot of my baby announcement photos. And they said, she's going to be a mom. This guy in this photo, which they were talking about my dad, he's going to be a grandpa. And I was just like, excuse you, like, that's not your news to share, first of all. Second of all, how disgusting of a human being and how trash do you have to be to go out of your way to, like, ruin someone's moment? Like, this is so important to people, and it was so important to me. And so I was really nervous. I wasn't even nervous about that post because I caught it and deleted their comment like within 5 minutes of them posting it. And the other 2 people, I was like, oh, whatever, I'm not close with them, so if they know, they know. But, like, what if it was a big post, you know? And I also didn't know how long they had access to my friends on my profile. And my biggest concern was that they were going to go and request all of my friends. And their profile picture was my photo of me and my husband and then, like, the baby. Like, it was our announcement photo. So if they requested any friends of mine and they clicked on it and they saw, they would have known that we were pregnant. And so I was just really disgusted more than anything, and also heartbroken that, like, I want to be the person to tell my friends and family. I don't want it to be some random account and, like, have people messaging me. So anyways, we kind of got pressured into sharing our announcement that day because I didn't, like I said, I didn't know if they sent out any friend requests or anything. But yeah, we went ahead and announced, and I was just like, why are people like that? Yeah, but I will say, after the announcement, all the love and excitement that we got from friends and family was really nice, especially because I was laying in bed sick, and I had already had an awful week, and, like, to get all the messages and texts and phone calls and everything for, like, you know, congratulating us, that was really nice to have when I was not feeling my best. So, yeah, be careful what you post out there. They're really shitty people. What else was I going to say about that? Oh, I was kind of petty, and I went to go message this person. And it's funny because I didn't get their notification that they tried to message me first because I wasn't friends with them ever to begin with. But when I searched for them, I saw that they had sent me a message, and she was like, hey babe, just wanted to let you know that I announced your pregnancy for you. And I was just like, cringe, gross, rude. So I was petty back, and I was like, oh my god, thanks so much, babe. It's so cute. How thoughtful of you. And then I was like, too bad no one saw it. And then I blocked the account, reported it a million times, and deleted them. Or not deleted them, but, like, I just deleted the messages that we had sent so they would stop messaging me. Yeah. So I'm feeling much better this week, and I am happy that we announced. I'm a little nervous and scared, like I said, but I just feel like that's normal. So for all of you other first-time moms out there, I am praying for you. This first trimester is rough. Emotions are sky high right now. Symptoms or no symptoms, either way, things are kind of scary, and yeah. I probably won't give you an update for 11 weeks because I doubt anything's going to change by then. But if it does, I'll document it. I'm in the process of moving right now. This is our bed. This is the back of the mattress, in case you were wondering what my lovely backdrop for today is. So I'm a little stressed out, and I'll probably be busy the rest of this week. But like I said, if anything changes, I'll send you an update. 12 weeks for sure, though, because that will be our ultrasound, which I'm so excited for. So I also have a genetic testing appointment coming up as well. So, well, the option for it. I'm not sure if we're going to get it done yet. We'll have a conversation about that. All right, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and yeah, hang in there.